Hey there! Would you like to learn how to create and star in your own animated virtual reality films? Or would you like to practice your speeches and monologues in front of a virtual audience? Maybe you want to work on your stage presence. Or create interesting characters and work on your character work.
Or maybe you just want to work on your improv comedy skills.
Then you're going to have a blast adding Mindshow VR to your acting toolkit. Stick around after the bump. Hi-ho, I'm Doug Fall with Augmented Actor, where we help you augment your acting career with tips, tactics, and tech. As always, if you like what you see today, consider subscribing to my channel and like this video, share this video, and comment on it. I love to hear from you. Today, we're going to be looking at a paradigm changer in the VR world. This is an app called Mindshow, and it is going to be a game changer for actors who want to create their own material. You can literally create your own Pixar-y animated type film by just hopping into this VR app, setting up environments, throwing in some props and some characters, jumping into those characters and doing your dialogue and improv, then filming those scenes and exporting them to your computer where you can piece together full-featured films. People are already doing this. If you look up Mindshow on Facebook or YouTube, you will see all kinds of examples of people using this technology. But I'm going to jump in today and show you how this technology works and how it can help you augment your acting career. It's going to help you with rehearsals, practicing your monologues in environments where you have virtual audiences that feel so real that your palms start to sweat. And it's also going to give you a chance to practice your character development because you can jump into a variety of cartoon characters and try out new voices. And it's also going to give you a chance to improvise and explore just creative options. And then ultimately, you can make your own animated movie. So let's jump in and take a look.
Okay, so we're inside the Mindshow lobby. I am inside my Vive headset with my controllers, and this is what it looks like inside the lobby. Let's first click a new environment, and for our first experiment in Mindshow, we're going to try practicing a speech in front of an audience. This is something you can do when you want to rehearse your lines. So first, you're going to pick an environment that looks like an audience, and there's a few. There's a comedy club. There is a newsroom area, but this is one of my favorites. It's like a little TED Talk stage. So you click on it and suddenly you're transported into this TED Talk environment. You have an audience of shadowy figures out here and a big stage up here with a podium. Now you can take these props and move them around. Let's put your podium center stage here. And then you can take a character. But first, let's go up on the stage and see what it looks like. So you're going to click up here, look at your remote, and you're going to click on it and hit teleport. This is going to give you a little teleport box. You're going to come up here and click on it, and that puts you in this environment. You see the podium here, and you see the audience out there, and everybody is staring at you. It's a very real, visceral feeling. Okay, so we are at this podium and we can see the audience, and here we could just practice our speech if we wanted to, and that would give us the sensation of being in front of an audience. But really what we want to do is have more fun by playing in a character. So we have this character list of all these different little cartoon characters. Let's choose this captain person. You can bring him out there, you can turn him around, see what he looks like. You can put him at the podium and then release the button. Boom. And suddenly, let's teleport over here so we can see, suddenly there is a character standing at the podium. Now, let's hop into this character and we can animate him using our own body and our own voice. First, you want to hit the options and choose hop in up here. Then you want to point at the character and click. Suddenly, you are inside the character and you have a little selfie mirror here that you can use, and you will see that the character's lips are automatically moving when I speak. I have hands that I can move. I can move from side to side, and the character will walk along with me. And then if you notice on my wrist, I have different emotions. I can just run my thumb over happy, surprised, angry, and sad. And that is how you will be acting emotions as an actor in virtual reality, using your hands and thumbs and fingers to trigger emotions until we get to a point where the avatars can kind of do it on their own by reading your face. We're not quite there yet in virtual reality technology. So let's record a speech, and then we can see what else we can do with Mindshow. Okay, so let's just record. You hit this record button with your thumb. You get a little countdown to warn you. Welcome today to the stage. I am here to present Mindshow to you and show you how you can use MindFlow in your acting workflow. Thank you. Hit stop. Boom. And suddenly you got this guy here, and a little movie is above his head, little movie symbol. That means that there is recorded action. So if we hit this play button down here, we can watch the scene in 360. Welcome today to the stage. I am here to present Mindshow to you and show you how you can use MindFlow in your acting workflow. Thank you. Hit stop. So I noticed that I said mind flow at one point, and I also kind of hemmed and hawed. So that is a way that you can jump out of your own body and see your own performance from how an audience views it. This is kind of like recording yourself on camera, and it gives you instant feedback so that you can go in and correct your performance. So the next thing you can do with this is you can add another character into the scene. Let's add this little doggy here, and let's put him over here. Maybe he is a mayor. Let's jump into him. Boom. Okay, so now I'm in this little doggy character, and my voice is probably going to be modified as well. Let's record something while he's over there. Welcome today to the stage. So he's doing a speech, and I'm over here distracting everybody from his speech by talking as a little dog. Notice I'm shorter than him, and I'm stealing the show. Yay! Okay, we stop here. Now, if we go over here, boom, we can watch this scene, both characters at the same time. Welcome today to the stage. I am here to present Mindshow to you and show you how you can use MindFlow in your acting
shorter than him,
workflow.
I'm stealing the show. Yay!
It stopped. So the fun thing about doing this is you can start playing with improvisation, playing with character development, throwing these different characters out, getting a chance to play with the funny voices. There's also a bunch of props you can use. You can pull in, say, a basketball and throw it in there. And then that character could pick up that basketball and use it in the scene. There's explosions and wine bottles and tables and stuff. So this gives you a chance to work with props. Now, let's get back to this scene here. What we want to do now is we want to show you how you can create your own acting opportunities. So this is like creating your own animated movie. So you need a little bit of editing skills, obviously, to do this. But what you can do is take a camera. Let's look at the camera. Here we go. And now it gives us a camera that we can hold. We can still teleport around. Boom. Let's say we want to get a close-up of our speech. We jump into the camera, and then when we hold the trigger, it's going to play the video, and we can record a little bit of the scene. Welcome today to the stage. I am here to present Mindshow to you. When we stop and we release the trigger, it pauses the video. Then we can jump over to another moment here, hit the camera again, get him close up, hold the trigger, and show you how you can use MindFlow
as a little dog. Notice I'm shorter than him, and I'm stealing the show.
Great. And then I can come out here, and I can get an establishing shot.
Yay!
And there we go. Okay, so So once we get our camera moves, let's pull back here and we can watch the whole sequence.
Welcome today to the stage.
So he's doing
I
the
am here
stage,
to
and
present
I'm over here
Mindshow
distracting
to you
everybody
and show
from
you
his
how you can
speech
use
by talking
Mindflow
as a little
in your
dog.
acting
Notice I'm shorter than him, and
workflow.
I'm Stephen
Thank
Michelle.
you.
Yay!
So then you can take those sequences that you recorded and they will save directly to your computer, and you can then bring them into editing software like Final Cut Pro or Premiere, Movie Maker, or iMovie, and sequence them together, add sound effects, special visual effects, and then you can make an actual animated film that you can share on Facebook or use to promote something. It's a way to create acting opportunities for yourself, and they're very easy to do and very inexpensive. So you can see that Mindshow has really got a lot of potential, and it's a lot of fun. Throughout the entire app there are tutorials, and they have a complete sense of humor about everything. The characters are fun and quirky, the props are colorful and explosive sometimes, and you can do a lot of fun stuff. It gives you hours of entertainment, but it can also be a useful tool. Now currently, Mindshow, as of May 2018, is only available on Steam Early Access and for the HTC Vive headset only. Now I know that the folks at Mindshow are planning on releasing this to as many different headsets and setups as they can possibly do once they get out of Early Access, but they are currently working very hard to develop this tool and add new features. Every day they're coming out with new stuff, and it's a lot of fun to see. Now, if you're new to VR and you don't have a VR headset, you might want to consider watching my other video about acting opportunities in the emerging paradigm of VR. I put a link in the description below. I know that these computer setups and virtual reality headsets are very expensive. They're very exclusive right now, but as soon as the prices start coming down, you can get access to one, and you'll already kind of be ahead of the curve knowing what kind of apps are out there. So that's all I have for today. As a challenge, if you have access to Mindshow, post your own movie and leave a link below in the comments. I'd love to see what you come up with. And if you don't have access to Mindshow, tell me what you thought of it. Tell me what you think of VR in general and how it relates to your acting career. And I hope to see you next time. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and we'll talk to you in the next video.